everyone! Just wanted to do a quick video to walk through what this new layout is for Math 152 and explain some of the changes that we made for the fall. So here's the new landing page for quantitative reasoning. Change that we made for the landing page is instead of having to update the widgets, we did link them to the content pages. So if you click this instructor information, it'll link them to the instructor information page under content, so you're not updating both places. You will just have to put your student information down under here. Course schedule will link to the page, and the Math Virtual Support Center will link them right to the Support Center website. We are going to have all students complete an honor pledge, so please just point that out to your students beforehand and just try to knock that out in the first week. They do have a little welcome video. And we also made a student information quiz. It's the same information that's on that worksheet, just so you can collect it and have it on D2L all in one area. So let's go ahead and take a quick look at our content tab. So what we did is we did make a very clear start here for students. This will have their course information, so this is where you'll update your instructor information that the widget links to. You'll pick a course schedule that meets your needs, adjust as needed. If you have Edpuzzle, you can go ahead and update this or hide it depending on the mode you're teaching in. Again, there is a pre-recorded course orientation video, or you're welcome to create your own. What I do want to quickly review with you guys is the evaluation measures. So there was a big change for this semester. We did change projects to 45% of their grade. There's still 3 total projects. Activity quizzes are going to stay the same, where they have the pre-built-in lesson quizzes. Those are unlimited attempts, and again, just used as a formative assessment for students to check their knowledge. We did change the test to be called Unit Wrap-Up, so there is one now for each unit instead of a final. It is a unit wrap-up for units 1, 2, 3, and 4. These are self-graded, but you should go back, double-check in case the system marked anything incorrect, and they do get 2 attempts at these unit wrap-ups. Another big change for this semester, preview and practice assignments, will now be in the Lumen OHM website, and I'll show you where we house those preview and practice assignments in just a moment. Also under their course information is student support. They'll have their in-class activity pages that they can print or buy from the bookstore, and additional information provided for the publisher. We did also provide a frequently asked question pages. We do understand that some of these questions might not pertain to all modes, but just like any frequently asked questions page, it might have extra information. It doesn't hurt. If you need help editing this at any point, which you shouldn't need to, but if you do, please reach out to one of your course leads. They can find their question, hit the drop down, and read the information that goes along with that question. So the layout was changed quite a bit, so let's just go in and take a look at Unit 1. I'm going to jump down to Lesson 3. All of these are going to have the exact same layout page, so each lesson will have its own page. So for instance, Lesson 3C explains why this information is important to them, what they're going to learn. Here you'll see it says Complete Preview Assignment 3C. I did link this to the preview assignment for OHM, so they could click here or they could go down to their one-stop shop. They also have their lesson resources where they have the printable pages, and if there's a spreadsheet that goes along with it, and then the resource video. Each lesson will also have a recap. This just gives them some extra little support they can go through at the end of each. So the last lesson of each unit will have a little review also to help them with their wrap-up. And then just additional test your knowledge questions. So all of these will be slightly different resources for them, but they are great. Oh, you can refer students to the lesson recaps if they need any extra study material. All of the units are going to have the exact same layout. Just see that quickly. What I do also want to point your attention to is we created a one-stop shop. So this will have their project assignments and assessments in here. Lumen Ohm has its own little section here broken up into units and labeled. Their in-class activity checks, this is just the notebook checks. We just reworded it so it matches the pages. And I'll show you what this looks like in student view in a minute. Activity quizzes. So if you have your week 1 activity, and then all the lesson quizzes for them. Again, these unlimited attempts. Your unit wrap-ups with some review material. So again, I mentioned we did redo the evaluation measures, so the projects are worth a lot more. The Unit 1 project is still the same exact project, just scaffolded out slightly different to ensure students understand the expectation moving forward for the projects. And what we did change though was we created a mid-semester project and an end-of-semester project. So these two projects, these go back to the old Unit 4 project. We took that base, we kept a lot of the same questions for the end-of-semester project, and we just built that up quite a bit so students are doing a lot more analysis and applying the concepts that they're learning in the course. So it is all laid out for them. They have all their questions. There's a little video that reviews the project, objective, why they're doing it. We broke it up into part, direction, the question they need to answer, and some tips for that question/part. And there are printable directions down at the bottom. I know in Instructor View it looks quite large. Again, I'll show you what it looks like in Student View in just a minute. Under Instructor Resources, there we go, we did create an instructor guide for you guys. So here under the review and update, I tried to link in everything that you need to review or update so you're not searching through the course. Lumen Ohm. If you have any issues with that, please just make sure to contact your course lead and we will help you with that. And then you guys can read through where to find information, anything else you want to know. This link here, the QR Quick Tips, this is just a little Google Doc that we started creating, adding some nice to know information from each lesson. Again, kind of the new structure for the course, broken down by unit, some general information, some information that's helpful to know per lesson, any additional resources. You also have your material, the surveys to provide for students at the end of each unit. If you need the correct material, it is here for you guys. We did hide it. And then any additional files. So let me just quickly put this in student view so you guys have an idea of what students are going to be able to see. Especially as it pertains to our projects. So again, Unit 1 project going to be looking a little bit like this. They can access it under their one-stop shop. We did try to have multiple modes, so they can also go under their activities if they want assignments as well, and they'll be able to find the projects here. So please do read through the mid-semester and end-of-semester projects. Make sure to familiarize yourself because these are new for this semester. Again, took the old Unit 4 project, beefed it up, added a lot more questions so students are applying more of what they're learning throughout the course. One more thing I wanted to make sure to bring to your attention is when students turn in their projects, how we're going to handle this is the rubric is not linked to the gradebook. So students will have a due date. They turn in their project by the due date. You will grade it on the rubric, and you'll go ahead and publish the rubric so they can see their grade, but you will not put their grade in the gradebook for another 2 weeks. So why we have it set up this way? This will give students the opportunity to go back and make any revisions now that projects are worth 45% of their grade. So again, students, if they turn in their project by the due date, you'll go ahead, you'll grade it on the rubric. They will have the opportunity to resubmit their project within 2 weeks. If they do that, you'll go back, double check your rubric, make any changes, and then put the grade in the gradebook. If they do not resubmit during those 2 weeks, you can just take their grade right from the rubric and put that in the gradebook for them. If you have any questions on this, please talk to your course lead. We're happy to walk you through this new policy. This just gives them that chance, instead of doing retests, to make any updates if they choose to do the updates. So that's again why the rubric is not linked to the gradebook at this time. So if you guys have any questions throughout the semester, please don't hesitate to reach out. What we also try to do is under your schedules, let me just take this out of student view real quick. Put little notes on the schedule to just help with the new format, help with the new policies as well. So the course schedules, it will prompt you to make a copy. This is just so you can copy and paste whatever you need. I did just build it in a Google sheet. So for instance, if you go here, you can just copy paste this, do whatever you need. There are little instructor notes per week as well, just to help keep you on track, and just little friendly reminders, especially about the projects and how that grading is being completed. But again, if you need any help, please reach out to any of our course leads. We're happy to help assist. I hope you guys all have a great semester.